guys, it's been a while since I made a video. Every single day I've thought, oh, I'll make a video and I'll catch up to date with where I'm at. But it's either been one of those super frustrating days where I just feel like nothing is getting sorted. I haven't known anything about where I'm up to, or I've been anxious and stressed about getting things together to get the right surgeon, or I've just been madly chasing my tail, trying to get my little one through homeschool so that she can take a decent amount of time off when I have my operation, that she's up to date with the tests and everything, and get my house ready. And my head is so like as if it's a blender. Like, I know I've got lots to get done and lots to get sorted, and I just space out. Every time I go to write notes, if I literally don't write it straight away, I completely space out. I haven't got a clue what I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah, so that's where we're up to. Following on, chatting with the surgeon. Then it was just waiting, when am I going to get a date? Which went on for a while. But luckily, Marietta, who's his secretary, was really amazing. And I wrote, this is the thing about Spain. In England, you'd just be told you'll get a letter. You don't get to pick your surgeon because it would have been National Health, or in Ireland as well, where we spent a lot of time. We would have just got allocated this person. In this case, though, it's private, so you kind of have a degree of picking someone. So for me, I got to... Sorry, just had to ask the noisy one to turn the TV down. So where were we? See what I mean? Train of thought. Wash. So if you're waiting heart surgery and you're getting a bit like this, it's okay. It's completely normal. I think we have reached the point of overload. My husband has. He most of the time rather hide from the whole situation than talk to me about it. And says he can cry about it when he's on his own, which surprises me. But other than that, he doesn't really want to talk about it. And he certainly doesn't want to watch any YouTube videos on how it's performed. That's used to... my daughter's learning about the heart at the moment at school, so she's been really interested and fascinated. But we definitely had some meltdowns and some days when she's really playing up, I think is the best word. But obviously that's probably because she's struggling to, excuse me, shaking you around, to process everything. I guess everybody's worried and concerned. I'm not as worried and concerned, but I guess they're all deeply worried and concerned. And I guess it's just really hard to talk about. So that's another thing. Excuse me if this is everywhere. Train of thought completely. What new things have we done? Well, update time. We have the surgeon nailed down. His name is Dr. Forteza Gil. He is a brilliant heart surgeon in Spain. He has an amazing reputation, so much so that he did a triple heart bypass on the King of Spain, Juan Carlos I. He's done 90 heart bypasses, heart transplants, not heart bypasses, 4,500 heart surgeries, and he heads up the team at Quiron Salud La Luz in Madrid. And basically we've paid extra to have him perform it because he's not covered under anybody's insurance. He is private. Why did we pay for it? Well, we unfortunately lost my father-in-law during open heart surgery. So for me, it was really important to have the absolute best person that we could possibly find. People in the hospital, doctors in the hospital said if it was me, my family member, I would want Dr. Forteza Gil. And his team are amazing. And that's what everybody's ever said, like, the team are amazing. But it's really hard to research the other surgeons and find out about them. And I know that my friends with heart problems in America, like, they can go and meet different surgeons and schedule appointments and research it. but it isn't like it here. So he was the only one whose real name I had. I spoke with him briefly on the telephone. So I did everything I could to make sure that we had the money to make sure that we had him. It's worth every penny. I only get one chance, I think, to get this right. And I'm not saying anybody else couldn't have done it. But I look at it this way. If they find something unexpected, because it's a heart, and you can take as many pictures as you want, but you can still find unexpected stuff. I could still react unexpectedly to anaesthetic or other stuff. If there is something unexpected, he's the guy they'll call in. So I might as well just have him in the room anyway. And the other thing is, he'll have an assisting surgeon. And if I'd have had one of the team, I would have had his number 2 or number 3. And then he would have had an assistant. Whereas this time, I'll have the best. And I'll have the best in the team as well in the room. So by default, I'll have the best chance. So for me, that was why I wanted to push and get this. Because as my husband says, you'll be fast asleep through all this. It's me that has to wait for you for however long. Because that's the other thing about all this. I have no idea yet. I'm 10 days out from surgery, 9 days out. I have no idea how they're going to fix it. No idea if they're going to use fake stuff like plastic and Gore-Tex, or bovine, or pig, or my pericardium, which is the envelope sac of my heart. Like, I have literally no idea, because they're going to have to cut where the valve is, which will leave a 2.4 centimetre hole in my inferior vena cava, which means I would just bleed out everywhere. Like, whoosh, all my blood gone all around my body. So you can't leave that. So I need a big patch there. And then obviously they've got to create for me a pulmonary vein to get to the left side of my heart, or build it through my heart, whatever the heck they're going to do. But again, I have no idea. And I know that other people who have this, and in their medical services, they meet their surgeon several times. Now, I'm not going to meet mine probably before I go down to the operating theatre, because I live 5 hours away from Madrid. And I don't really know how it all works here. That's what I mean. In England, or Ireland, they'd have told me that, you know, you'll get everything through the post. And I'd have known that the system, I would have been able to ring up and you find out you've like got 9 months to wait or 9 weeks. And you know how far out you are. But for me, there was 2 or 3 weeks of waiting, and it was just interminable. I couldn't plan anything. I didn't know if it would come over business trips and other stuff. And honestly, it just, the stress that I created was horrible. And also the fact that in Spain, you send an email and no one gets back to you until they have something to tell you. So they don't send you something that says, hey, I got your email, thanks, and I'll be back in touch. So you just think, like, did they get my email? Are they ignoring me? Am I in a giant black hole? And again, that just does not help. But that is how it works in Spain. So if you find yourself in Spain going through this, that's how it works. In England, you get an auto reply. In Ireland, it would be the same. We just work differently. So I've learned a lot culturally about how things roll around here. And I have to accept it. It makes it a little bit easier. It doesn't mean it's okay. In my view, it ain't okay. And patient care, it would be really nice to know. But they did contact me, and my date is the 26th of February. It's close to Valentine's Day as you like. And that was the other thing. They booked me all my pre-operative tests over a weekend the week before. So I would have had to have made 2 journeys up, and I was like, oh my God. So again, I had to send emails into a black hole. I'd be like, I can't do this. This is ridiculous. So they cancelled them all, thankfully, and they rebooked them all on a Sunday. So I go into hospital a day early and I meet my anaesthetist. I have a chest x-ray. I have my ECG, EKG, whatever you call it. But to be honest, they do that in the hospital bed anyway. And I have all my bloods taken again. So they can measure them all. And then I guess they can keep an eye on me. Don't know what time of surgery is. Don't know how long it's going to be. Don't know how they're going to fix me. Don't know how long in intensive care. Don't know how long recovery is. Don't know when I'm coming out. The list of questions I have is sizable, you know? And that's where we're at. So we do have a date and I'm trying to get packed. I will share what's in my suitcase, my pack, when it's finally there, because I have researched like what to take to hospital for heart operation. I've bought my sleeping pillow. I have only bought a pregnancy pillow actually, which interestingly a lot of other people have said they also bought. Not anything to lean up with or anything, because they all look really hard and uncomfortable, but a pregnancy pillow, because it will kind of keep me from falling side to side, and I can kind of cover myself with it too without sticking the newborn on me. So I'm hoping that will work. Got my bras, PJs, all my... I tell you what I have done. I've ordered food deliveries. So I've started getting the food from the supermarket, which is fantastic. It means that it'll be so much easier for my family to get the food in. I won't worry about them all starving to death. And I can keep an eye and make sure we've got everything. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm up to. Very disjointed. But hey, if you're going through this, or you have a loved one who's going through this, this is how they are. Just hanging on. Trying to be brave. Trying not to think about the worrying stuff. Tonight is my last supper with another set of friends before my op. Last supper before my op. And after that, we're just really closing off. We're not seeing anybody because I have to have COVID test too. Like 4 years after COVID. So yeah, we're just kind of locking down and chilling out. And before I know it, it will be here. You know what? The thing I'm most scared of is the anesthetic. Like the putting me under. Especially if I don't know how many hours. To me, that's interminably awful to just be put to sleep and have no idea when you're waking up again. Maybe I'm just a massive control freak. I don't know, but yeah. So I try not to think about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop. So yeah, that's it. That's where I'm up to. I made a video. Oh my god, it's 13 minutes. I better drag my daughter back to school. We have to do Spanish. We're doing adjectivos demonstrativo. This, that, and those over there. Yeah. Fun. Bye for now.